guys, welcome back here. Another little tutorial here, and I thought we were going to talk a little about the assigns and how you can use them and what they are and how you basically go about setting them up. So a little recap on the assigns here. Right off the bat, the assigns are accessed by the memory edit button, and you can scroll through the signal chain here using knob number 1 and find your different menus here. You have one for CTL-1, your expression, the switch, CTL-2, CTL-3, which are external foot switches that you can add to the GT-1, and your basic assigns here ranging from A number 1 up to A number 6. You can also, if you want to, set another effect or function up to the up and down switches if you wish to have them doing something else than just up and down scrolling through patches. So this is your basic way to access those. Right off the bat here, on every patch in your signal chain you will have the CT1, which is basically corresponding to functions you can set up the CTL1 to do. And this right here is just its very own menu. So if we press enter and go into the menu here, you will see that we have its function, and you can take it all the way off if you wish to do that. But you have a standard function of things you can assign it to. And let me just say that the CT1, CT2 and CT3 menus over here are a little bit different from your basic assigns 1 to 6, because your basic assigns over here will allow you to go more in depth with your assigns, whereas the standard menus over here will just allow you to scratch the surface, if we can say that, because you might notice that we don't have the option to select different parameters in here. We can select a whole section here, so FX1, overdrive, distortion, preamp, delay, reverb, whatever we have going. And this basically means that if you set it to overdrive distortion, for example, it will toggle your overdrive distortion category on and off. So what you will basically have to do is just go to the overdrive distortion section and find an overdrive you like, set it up and assign the CT1 menu here to overdrive distortion, and it will basically, as it says over here, toggle it on and off. If you only need it for a couple of minutes, you can always set it to momentary, and the effect will only be engaged while you're holding or pressing the switch down. So this is just to scratch the surface. If you need, let's say, a basic on-off without any changing of parameters. So you can basically see this menu and the two others as another extra assign above the standard 6 that you're getting here. So you have 7 if you look at it that way, if you want to control parameters on the CTL1. So let's just say that we have assigned it to overdrive distortion to turn it on and off. Then if we wish to go more in depth here and perhaps assign a couple of different effects, then we'll have to use our available assigns over here. So we will still press enter, but this time we're faced with some other menus here. You have your assign here, which you're going to activate. You have the source of which the assign will be controlled by, and you have the toggle as we had before. But if you press enter again, you get into another menu. You can now choose a category, which we also had before, but you now have a target category as well. So let's say that it's still the overdrive. Right now we just have the CTL1 menu itself to activate it, turn it on and off. If, for example, we also wanted to increase the drive, perhaps the bottom, the level of the effects itself, or anything in between that, we can basically do that just by selecting the parameter. So let's just say that we want to increase the drive as well. We set the target to drive, press enter once more, and we have a minimum and a maximum. And the minimum target is always the amount or percentage of what you have set it up to, even by default or by your own measurement. So let's just say that by the default setting, the drive is at 50, you will then duplicate that and set it in here so that it says 50 on the minimum target, and the maximum target is basically what it will increase it to. So let's say I want to take it from 50 up to, let's just say 80. So when we do that, it will not only activate the overdrive distortion, but it will also take the amount of drive and increase it from 50 all the way up to 80. So that might be helpful if you need a little more grit when you're playing either rhythm or you need some lead. Up until now, this is just all this assigned to one foot switch, and if you wish to have more, for example, you can always go to the next available, and the next available. But as I said before, we also have the CTL-2 and CTL-3, which are options you can take in use if you have an external foot switch connected, which could be the FS6 by Boss or the new FS7 from Boss. Great foot switch, and I use the FS7 myself. So if you have that connected to the dedicated output on the back here, but if you wish to, as I said, have the overdrive and the increase in drive on CTL number 1, and then later you want something different, let's say a chorus and a compressor activated, then you would head to the CTL2 menu, press enter, and start by setting up the effects that you want. So let's just say that you needed a chorus, and you can easily find the chorus in the FX2 section. So right off the bat, we would just set it to FX2, then go in there and find the chorus and the parameters that we like. Press exit, and then head to our next available assign, which now is assign number 2, because we already have assigned the increase in drive on A number 1. So head to assign number 2, press enter, and turn it on, check the source, check the mode, and this time we wanted, let's say we had the chorus and we want a compressor as well. So we just go back. We can set it to FX1 if we wish to, and then just simply go in and scroll through the effects number 1 till we found the compressor. But in A1 to A6 we can go a little more in depth, so we can find the compressor, the limiter, the wah, equalizers, all that. So you decide whether you want to set it to comp or just effects number 1, as long as you find the effects that you like. Just going to set it to effects 1 and target to on off. And let's just check. Minimum is off and maximum is on. So we now have on CTL number 1 the overdrive being turned on and off, and assign number 1 with the CTL1 is taking the drive from 50 to 80. On CTL2 we'll have it to activate a chorus and a compressor. But let's say on CTL3 we just wanted to have some form of boost, for example. We would go in here. Okay, let's say a delay turned on and a boost. So set the CTL3 to the delay and assign number 3 here. We're just going to find the boost, and whether that's going to be the overdrive solo or just a regular boost, you can decide that for yourself, but we can take it in here and just basically go through, and we can adjust the effects level. Let's say we're going to do that because we need a little more volume, then we can do that and set the minimum, as we talked about, to the default setting, and the maximum to the amount you want it to be increased with. So basically a little explanation on how you can use the assigns and what they're there for. The assigns are some of the things that I probably use the most here in the GT-1, and it has just helped me a lot of times, because when I play my music and play with my band, for example, we do have songs that are ranging from clean starts into some overdrive based choruses and a solo in the middle, and then back to the clean again. So the assigns will help me do that and perform them without having to think about it that much, really. I'll just have things assigned to the corresponding foot switches, and it's just a matter of remembering the foot switches and turning one on, turning one off, and just getting used to it. So I hope this will be helpful for you guys, and as always, questions, comments, requests even are more than welcome. Just leave a comment in the section below and I'll get back to you soon. So thanks for watching and have a nice evening.